Chemical tests for nitrate. Nitrates are compounds containing nitrate ions. The nitrate ion consists of one central nitrogen atom surrounded by 3 oxygen atoms in trigonal planar arrangement. The nitrate ion carries a formal charge of -1. Common examples of inorganic nitrate salts are sodium nitrate, potassium nitrate and ammonium nitrate. Leafy green foods such as spinach and arugula are a rich source of inorganic nitrate. Our aim here is to test for the presence of nitrate ions in a given salt. The tests to determine the presence of the nitrate ion are preliminary tests and confirmatory tests. Let's first look at the preliminary tests of nitrate. They are dry heating test, concentrated sulfuric acid test. Dry heating test. Materials required: original salt, ferrous sulphate solution, test tubes, test tube holder and Bunsen burner. Procedure: take a small quantity of the salt in a test tube and heat it over the Bunsen burner. On heating, nitrate undergoes decomposition to evolve reddish-brown gas of nitrogen dioxide with a pungent smell. Cover the test tube containing salt with an empty test tube and collect the gas. Now, pour some ferrous sulphate solution into the test tube filled with gas. Ferrous sulphate reacts with nitrogen dioxide to form a black coloration. Concentrated sulfuric acid test. Materials required: original salt, concentrated sulfuric acid, ferrous sulphate solution, paper pellets, test tubes and dropper. Procedure: take a small quantity of the salt in a test tube. To this, add a small volume of concentrated sulfuric acid using a dropper. Nitrate reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid to form vapors of nitric acid. Now, add small paper pellets into the test tube. The paper pellets reduces nitric acid to reddish-brown gas of nitrogen dioxide, which has a pungent smell. Cover the test tube containing salt with an empty test tube and collect the gas. Now, pour some ferrous sulphate solution to the test tube filled with gas. Ferrous sulphate reacts with nitrogen dioxide to form a black coloration. Next, we look at the confirmatory tests of nitrate. They are diphenylamine test, copper chips test, brown ring test. Diphenylamine test. Materials required: aqueous solution of the salt, diphenylamine, test tube and dropper. Procedure: take a small portion of aqueous solution of the salt in the test tube. To this, add a small amount of diphenylamine using the dropper. In presence of nitrate, diphenylamine is oxidized, giving a deep blue coloration. Copper chips test. Materials required: original salt, concentrated sulfuric acid, copper chips, test tube holder, dropper and Bunsen burner. Procedure: take a small quantity of original salt in the test tube. To this, add a small quantity of concentrated sulfuric acid using the dropper. Nitrate reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid to form vapors of nitric acid. Now, add a few copper chips and heat the test tube over the Bunsen burner. Copper chips react with nitric acid to form reddish-brown fumes of nitrogen dioxide. Brown ring test. Materials required: aqueous solution of the salt, freshly prepared ferrous sulphate solution, concentrated sulfuric acid, test tube and a dropper. Procedure: take a small volume of aqueous solution of the salt in the test tube. To this, add a small quantity of freshly prepared ferrous sulphate solution. Using the dropper, pour a small volume of concentrated sulfuric acid slowly along the sides of the test tube. Nitrate reacts with ferrous sulfate and concentrated sulfuric acid to form nitrosonium complex, which appears as a brown ring at the junction of the layers of the acid and the solution. Precautions: handle the apparatus and chemicals carefully. Use droppers to take the reagents from the bottles. Use freshly prepared ferrous sulfate solution. Wear a lab coat and gloves while performing the experiment.